Hello, Kiran Sinha ma'am is here, and in this video we are going to discuss about the question answer of chapter heat and flow of heat. So be with me and let us start. So first question is, what conditions are required for transfer of heat from one body to another body by conduction? So two conditions are required for transfer of heat by conduction. The two objects must be in the contact with each other, and the temperature of the both the object must be different. Next question is, differentiate between good and bad conductor of heat. So good conductor are the material which allow heat to pass through them easily. Metals like silver, copper, gold, aluminium, iron are good conductor. Bad conductors are the material which do not allow heat to pass through them. Material like rubber, glass, wood are bad conductors. Now the next question is, why do woolen clothes keep us warmer in winter than cotton clothes? Woolen clothes keep us warm during winter because wool is a poor conductor of heat and it has air trapped in between the fibers and hence prevent our body from escaping. But cotton clothes do not have a space which air can be trapped. Now next question. Why are ventilators in houses provided at the top of walls? Well, ventilators are provided in the room at the top of walls because if the air inside the room gets hot, the hot air rises up and flow out through these ventilators, and thus cool air coming from doors and windows remain at bottom of the room. So hot and stale air rises up and the top and fresh air comes in room due to convection current set up in air in the room. Now the next question, how does heat from the sun reaches to us? At what speed does this transfer of heat takes place? So the heat from sun reaches to us by the process of radiation, which travel at the speed of light. So it takes about 8 minutes to reach earth from the sun. Now next question is, what is the function of the polished curved surface at the back of the heating rod in a room heater? The polished curved surface at the back of the heating rod in a room heater reflects the radiant heat from the heating rod. Thus, the radiant heat is spread across the room, thereby making the room warmer. Now next question, explain how heat is conducted from the heated end of the rod to its cold end. Actually, heat is conducted from the heated end of a rod to its cold end through the effective vibration of its molecule. Molecules of the rod starts vibrating as heat is supplied to it. These molecules further heat the neighboring molecule to transfer the heat energy. With an example of each, explain the uses of good and bad conductor of heat. Cooking utensils are made from good conductors of heat. Such utensils get heated up quickly. Food can be cooked efficiently in shorter time. The utensils are generally made of copper, brass, steel, aluminium, etc. The handle of cooking utensils are made of bad conductor of heat such as wood, plastic, ebonite, etc. They help in holding them comfortably. Come to next question. Describe the process of convection of heat. Convection is the process of heat transfer in which heat flow from one point to another by actual movement of the medium particles. Medium particle may be liquid and gas. On heating, liquid or gas expand, hence they become lighter, or you can say less dense. Being lighter, they rises up, and cold, heavier liquid and gaseous particles comes down. Hence, in this process, the hot medium particles move up because they are less dense. While moving up, they start losing heat energy and then come down. This type of heat transfer by the actual movement of particles is known as convection, and the circular movement of the fluid is called conventional current. Now the next question is, explain with the help of diagram how sea and land bridges are set up. Land and sea bridges are example of natural convection current. The cold air that blow from the sea towards the land during the daytime is called sea breeze, and the cold air that blow from land towards the sea during night is called land breeze. Actually, water has much greater capacity to absorb heat than land. As a result, land gets heated up fast, but it also cools equally fast. Water, on other hand, absorbs more heat and gets heated up slowly and cools slowly. So during the daytime, this unequal heating of land and sea set up convectional current, which leads to formation of sea bridge and land bridge. Next question is, black objects absorb more heat than white objects. Give two everyday use of this principle. To explain this, we can take few examples. Number 1, the outer base of cooking utensils are painted black so that in less time it absorbs more heat and cooking can be done in less time because black color is good absorber of heat. The solar cookers are painted black so that heat can be absorbed in great quantity in less amount of time. Terrace floor are painted white or any light color. This is done so to reflect most of the heat so that the roofs and the rooms of the house stay cool. We wear white or light colored clothes in summer because they absorb less radiant heat and keep our body cool. The next question is, draw a neat and label diagram of a thermos flask. How does it prevent transfer of heat by conduction, convection and radiation? Actually, thermos flask is a double walled flask which is vacuum and sealed at the neck or at the bottom. The vacuum which is created in between the outer and inner wall of the flask prevent the loss of heat by the process of conduction and convection because they need medium. The silvered polished surface of the flask prevent the loss of heat by the process of radiation. Thus, in the thermos, loss of heat is prevented by the conduction, convection and radiation. The next question, two test tubes full of water are heated, one from below and the other near the top. In which case will the water heat up faster and why? The test tube heated from below will heat up faster. We know that hot water rises up. So when the test tube is heated from the below portion, the water gets hot and rises up, and the cold water from the top take its position because it is heavier. In water, heat travel up faster than it travel down. Explain with reason. The answer is, when water is heated, the water at the bottom become lighter due to expansion and kinetic energy of the water molecule increases due to gain of heat energy, and hence they rises upward. The cold water molecules are heavier and they comes down from the side of the container. Next close question. In place with hot climate, it is advised that the outer walls of the houses be painted white. Explain why. The answer is, in places of hot climate, it is advised that the outer walls of the houses be painted with white because white color does not absorb any heat radiation from the sun, which keeps inside cool even if there is hot climate outside the house. Next question. Two objects at same temperature, one bigger than the other, are placed in contact. Will heat be transferred from one object to another? Explain with reason. Heat will definitely be transferred, but there won't be a temperature change because temperature is same. This is because the bodies will be in a state of dynamic thermal equilibrium. Dynamic because heat transfer takes place, and thermal equilibrium because the temperature is not changing, temperature is uniform. Now come to next question. In a room, it is best to place a room heater on the floor but an air conditioner near the ceiling. Why? The answer is heater is placed near the floor because hot air currents move upward. So the hot air fills up the whole room and keep it warm. AC is situated near the ceiling because cold air is heavy and it settles down so that the whole room will be cool. Next question. Why are cloudy nights warmer than clear night? The cloudy skies are like a blanket and the warmer air on the ground with us are lighter and they tries to leave and the cloud stop it from leaving. Warmer air will always try to move up and it cannot do so because of the cloud. That's why you might notice that cloudy nights are warmer than clear nights. The next question. How do the feathers of a bird protect it from the cold? The feathers of a bird have small air pockets in them. As we know that air is bad conductor of heat, it does not allow the heat of bird's body to transmit and lose its heat. Hence the feathers of the birds protect them from the cold.